Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today I am going to be doing an in-depth tutorial of the dog sleeping on the bed. I did a short of this and I had quite a few questions. Some people was having some trouble, especially over on TikTok. So I wanted to do an in-depth version for anybody having any problems. And I'm not gonna lie, I have some problems still with this. It can be very finicky, I'm not gonna lie at all. So I'm just going to jump in and show you, and I'll show you what doesn't work sometimes and then sometimes just does work. I'm going to go ahead and use the platform tool, which is found in the walls section. It is the fourth one along, and this works best up against a wall because you can hide the platform a little bit better. And we're just going to create a 1x3 platform, and it will delete your walls because platforms love to delete walls. But just go ahead and raise this platform up again so it has a 2 high platform. Also, my sims are just here because they are my test sims, so just ignore them. So just place your wall back in, place your decor back in, and sometimes it will make your roof disappear. So if your roof has disappeared, if you just click on the area and click on the yellow bit, you can click build ceiling, but it hasn't deleted my ceiling today. Also, what I like to go ahead and do is decorate the platform because your sim will sometimes like to complain. And if you don't want this concrete edge on your platform, you can get rid of this. You can use the platform trims tool, which where the walls section is, if you go down to the bottom, there is the platform trims section. And the best one for me is the painted perfection, and I'll show you why. So if I just place this one on and then grab, say, canvas, you can see how much this one sticks out. And for this, we're trying to hide it, so getting the slimmest platform possible is best. Now I'm just going to go ahead and place my stairs in. If you don't know how to rotate stairs, you just press the greater than and less than signs. If you don't know what they are, it's the two like triangles that point sideways, and that will rotate your stairs. And you need to place this on the end here because you can't have it down this side because this is where the bed will be placed. So I'm going to show you this with a large dog bed, but it's easier with a smaller dog bed, but it can be done with a large dog bed. So I'm just going to grab this one, and my dog's just chilling on the platform. And you want it so it is as far in this back corner as possible. So I'm just going to alt place this, which just means you hold down alt and you can free place it so it's not on the grid. And if you want the grid up, you press G, or if you want to get rid of it, you press G. I actually don't know what that is on console, so I am sorry. And I'm just going to alt place this. And you don't want it all the way back to the wall because then your dog will sit slightly in the pillows and it'll like clip through. So to stop that, I place it normally about half a tile away from the wall and squish it up to the left hand wall. And then all I'm going to do is press the left hand square bracket key. And if you're on console, you hold down the two shoulder buttons and you use the D-pad, the left and right on the D-pad will resize for you. And then I'm just going to place that there. So I'm just going to use this bed here and just place it next to the platform like that. And I'm just going to go into live mode and ask my dog to lie down. And I'm not going to lie, this does not work all the time. I've asked it to lie down so many times and it hasn't lied down, but it will just go lie down itself sometimes. I don't know what the issue is. Sims just doesn't want to play ball sometimes. Lego. See? That one don't want to listen, but yeah, it is usable because this dog can get in. If the small dog can get in it, the big dog can also. It just doesn't like to listen sometimes. Next thing we're going to go ahead and do is use the basement tool. The basement tool, and I had a few people asking, is in the walls and empty room section. It's the 5th one along, and this means you can be on the same level and you can make a basement underneath. You can see exactly where it's going to be placed underneath. So I like to place this exactly under this area. This just makes it easy for when you go down, you sort of get an idea of where things are placed. So now I'm going to grab the same bed and I just copied that bed. If you don't know how to copy, I only know the PC buttons, but you just press E and it brings up the eyedropper tool, or you can go up here at the top. And that brings up the eyedropper tool and it just copies the exact same swatch of the item you are using. So now I'm just going to drop down into the basement and I'm going to first place the bed on the right hand side, the same side as what is upstairs. This is just a guide bed and will be deleted soon. As you can see, if I do this, it just glitches. But like I said, it's just a guide bed. So again, using the eyedropper tool. And I'm going to place this up here. And this is why I needed a guide bed, because if you go up here, you can see there's a little bit of a gap here, and it's fine if you want the gap here and you just want it snapped to the grid, but I personally want this platform as covered as possible. So what I've gone ahead and done is just press Alt and click on the bed and just scoot this across till it sits on the edge of the wall, and that's why this bed's here, so you can make sure it's lined up, and then just delete our guide bed. So right, I know there's lighting issues here and I know there's glitching issues here. There's a couple of ways to fix this. So currently the only glitches is on the top, which means you have to use tool mod, sadly, if you're using this bed. The glitching doesn't happen with all beds. It only happens on beds where there's like a flat piece on the top where it can glitch through. Say if you used, trying to think of a bed, this bed, there is no glitching when you put them into each other like that. You can see no glitching at all. And if you're wondering where that bed I got out there is from, it's from the new kit, the Pastel Pops kit. But I'm going to use tool mod and just raise this up by 0.001. So sorry if you don't have tool mod, you just have to put up with it, or you could place them on top maybe. You could make a faux headboard, you could slide the beds further back, but you would see a bit more of the platform then. So I'm going to show you how to fix the lighting issue, and also this blue issue here. I'm going to fix that real quick. So just change this to a similar colour to the bed. I think this is going to be the same colour. So to fix the lighting issue, if you want to keep your light in the centre of the room, say here, this is not the centre, but you know what I mean. And when you go down, the basement isn't as big as the room up here. I want to overlap this light, so I want to make my basement to the area where the light is, if that makes sense. So if I do this, I know the light is just on this corner. So I just copy the exact same light, and some lights work better. I think it's here, so I'm just going to put it in. I'm going to raise this up, and I don't know if I told you how to raise up. If you don't know how to raise up, it is the 9 key, or Control 9 or Alt 9 if you are on a PC. And if you're on a console, you hold the two shoulder buttons and you click up and down on the D-pad. So I've raised it up, and this is a total guessing game here. So I'm just going to place it. And I have placed that in the wrong place. I placed it too far this way. This is the one that's in the basement. And I've got it to the right height though, which I am really shocked at. So I know I'm in the right height, but I need it further across. So I think it's going to be about here, but I'm going to use this one as a guide first because I know I've placed it at the right height. And I think it's there. Yeah, so they are now overlapping each other. So I managed to get him on the bed. Now what we can do is get my sim to sleep on this side. I don't know what she's uncomfortable about, but she's uncomfortable at something. Yeah, put the other doggy down. And there we go, we can see they both can be on the bed. I know this makes it a triple bed, so it's quite large. What you can do to make it a little bit smaller is alt place this as close as you can to this platform. The sim will get out of it, obviously. And it'll just make it a tiny bit smaller. This is the only way I figured out how to do this so your dog can actually sleep on the bed. I did have a short on how to just get your dog to sit on the bed. If you want a tutorial on that, let me know and I'll do a more in detailed tutorial for that. So that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!